Good afternoon or morning or whatever time it is. This is episode 26 maybe of Dave's Saturday Podcast for July 17th, 2021. It was a very interesting week. And by interesting, I mean a little bit frustrating, a little bit irritating, but in the end, pretty freaking great. I'll be honest with you. So, start off on Sunday, went out with friends, got lunch. It was a very interesting place. It was like $20 for 2 tacos, and thank the Lord I didn't have to pay because I do not like taking a loan out for tacos. I really want to just eat normal Mexican food, but it's very difficult to get these people to do that because they are all busy and they're like, well, we have 2 hours for lunch. Let's go to the closest place possible. And the church that I go to is in the middle of a weird area that has a lot of hipsters, so everything around there is hippie. Yeah. So that was Sunday, and then I think I just went home and wrote some comedy on Sunday. Monday, went to work. After work, I went and did stand-up. After I did stand-up, I went home. And I think I did okay Monday. It just doesn't matter. Tuesday, exact same deal. But Tuesday when I performed, I was starting to be like, I kind of hate this. And then Wednesday, I just kept thinking about how much I hated Tuesday. And I started to rethink all of my choices. And I realized that I hate the format of stand-up comedy. And I still want to be a comedian, but I think I'd rather be a comedic actor. Because I do not like having to sit there and listen to all the other comics and then getting my little 3 to 5 minute set. And if it goes wrong, I wasted it. So instead, I'm going to do screenplay writing because I think I like that a lot more. I wrote a screenplay earlier this year, and I haven't quite finished it, but I'm going to get right back on it starting Monday. I have a plan on how to do all that, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm working out every morning after that. So anyway, Tuesday was like rough and Wednesday was rougher because it was like all my decisions were being questioned. And I don't know, the format of stand-up isn't great. I still want to be funny. I just don't want to be funny in that format because I don't like it. So, I don't know. If you know Conan O'Brien does, he does something like weird. He does like a lot of improv type stuff. And one of my coworkers is an improv teacher. So perhaps I will take some improv classes. Perhaps not. I don't know. Improv is a little funky, but if it's one night a week, that's a lot easier than 7 days of doing stand-up because that was, yeesh. They're like 2-3 hours a day, and you can't really do anything for most of that time because you have to listen to the other comics, even though they all suck, and I hate their styles. I think there's one person I thought was funny, and I'm still friends with him, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Thursday was kind of like, I read an entire screenplay at work just to see if I really did like it, and I finished the screenplay before noon, so I think that was a good sign. I looked up how to do all the screenplay stuff, and I guess you just write the screenplay, submit the competitions. I got home Thursday night. I just relaxed. I've been so go for 2 months or so, maybe 3 or 4, and I just needed to stop and breathe in the fresh, flowery air. And I did that Thursday and Friday night, and then Saturday I got home. Or no, Friday, sorry. Last night was Friday night. Friday night I get home, and I have 4 Amazon packages with a lot of stuff that I have to take care of. So I spent from getting home at 5:45 to 10 p.m. working on moving stuff around and getting things set up. And today I have to do laundry, and I have to get a new cable because I was setting up my computer and I forgot to get one of the cables. So there's that. I don't think there's anything else really that happened this week to talk about. Yeah. I was supposed to go on a date with someone, but they just kind of stopped replying to my text. So thank goodness I was not interested at all. She was, how do I put this nicely? So if you took a rock and you try to make it think, it's a little bit closer to her. But she's going to fix my tennis racket, so that's a bummer. But it's whatever. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't have worked out. I knew that going in. I just really wanted my tennis racket fixed. And she said in exchange for a date. I don't know. If she still replies and wants to go on the date, I'll go, knowing that I'm not interested. As long as she fixes my tennis racket, I don't care. I'll say anything. That's really bad. Most people are looking for coitus. I'm looking for my tennis racket to get fixed. Okay. Next topic. Well, I don't want this one to be too long today. I might answer questions and then do that map thing. But that'll be it. I think I'll talk a little bit more about my choice to stop doing stand-up and what my plan is for the future. Because maybe I just need to vent that out of me. So, I'm not going to do stand-up anymore. I am going to take an improv class. I just have to figure out a way to tell that guy, because he was like real excited that I was doing stand-up, and I don't have the heart to tell him that stand-up just wasn't my thing. So I'm going to figure out how to get in his improv class, and then I'm going to start trying to meet actors around town, because Austin has an acting scene. It's not as big as LA, obviously, but it's decent, and it's all indie, so that'll be fine. I'm going to do a couple indie things and try and get it like an indie short film produced and submit it to a film festival. I think that'll be cool. Write, produce, direct. But only for like a 5-minute thing, because if I do any more than that, I know how frustrating it'll get. And also, my computer can't handle a lot. I'm going to have to get a new computer sometime soon. So we'll see. But some of these short film competitions have prizes of like tens and thousands of dollars. It's just crazy, but I guess that makes sense, because then if it was me, I would take half and divide the rest amongst everyone I worked with, which would be like 4 actors, actresses, and a camera guy and another guy, and yeah, so I just divided. I guess they'd all get like 8,000 each, something like that. Or just take it all from me and buy a really nice car and rub it in their face, because that'd be really funny. That's a way to kill a career. Okay, so I'm going to go answer questions now. Question generator. Give me a second to get there. Texas is really good. I really like it here. All the people are really nice, and the drivers have aneurysms that I guess are just always going off in their heads, because for some reason they think going 90 and a 50 is normal, even if everybody else is not doing it, and there's a car right in front of them going 50. I'm telling you, it is terrifying to try and merge, because there's always like 2 or 3 cars that are going double the speed limit for no good reason, and so you're concerned that if you turn, that guy's just going to nail you, because he's going way faster than you think, because he's not going the speed limit, he's going double the speed limit, and it's very frustrating. I'm on the page now for the random question generator. How often do you curse? Well, now that I'm not going to be a comedian, I don't curse, because what's the point? There's really no point. I mean, I guess I'll curse around certain people. So, when I'm around those certain people, I'm a sailor. But other than that, I don't really. So, that's the answer. What do you like to do that is traditionally considered masculine? I like to work out. Working out's great. It's people call it fighting their demons or something. I think there's just something to where we need to do hard work of some form, and if we don't, we're not going to get everything we need into our brains. So it's traditionally considered masculine, but I think everybody should be doing it, especially if your scale groans in pain when you step on it. And if that's mean, well, you're kind of being mean yourself by removing 40 years off your life expectancy. So suck it up. You won't be living long enough for me to care, I guess. I don't know. I really don't get it. I don't want to be mean to overweight people, but I don't know a nice way to say you're fat, lose some weight, or you're going to die young. I don't know. There's some people that just, they desperately need to lose weight and they have no clue how. So I think if we have more resources, instead of saying you're pretty if you're fat, that might be more beneficial. I think if you're telling people that they're pretty even though they're overweight, like I get what they're trying to do, but it would probably be better to just work hard and lose the weight. So that's my opinion on that, which I'm allowed to have now that I'm not trying to be famous anymore. Next question. If you had intro music, what song would it be? Why? I probably just piano music at this point. I don't know. I've taken on a more relaxed demeanor. I've been playing chess the past few days, and I've lost maybe 4 games out of 50. I'm playing so well, and it's because I don't even meditate that long. I meditate for like 5 minutes a day, and for whatever reason, it just calms me down. And when I'm playing chess, I don't feel like I have to rush through the moves. I get to sit there and enjoy the game. So piano music right now would be the intro music. Very relaxed, chilled out, just like my personality is becoming, though I'm still a nutcase. Next question. If you found out you would inexplicably fall down dead in 1 year, what would you change about your life? I'd probably just spend all my money because my job has life insurance, possibly. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that to people. Don't kill me, please. It's not very much life insurance. It's just enough for a funeral. Yeah, I'd spend my money. I would go have fun. I would travel the country. I would drive continually. I would not care if my car broke down anymore because then I can just borrow someone else's car until I die, because I know there are people that have too many cars that I could convince to let me drive one since I'm going to be dead soon anyway. Yeah, that's it. Next. Well, for me, it wouldn't even be inexplicably falling down dead. Everybody knows why I die. Heart condition. Among your friends, what are you best known for? Being an insane person that makes terrible decisions that somehow work out okay. Moving to Washington, terrible decision, worked out okay. Most other decisions in my life, terrible-ish. I guess. Okay, some of my decisions were not terrible. Maybe that decision of going 80 and a 50 and then hitting a large patch of water driving to a house, that was a bad decision. But relative to my friends, they all made like really good decisions younger than me. So they all got degrees and own businesses, and there's like one guy that owns a business, kind of. And there were engineers and computer programmers, and I decided to not do that. And somehow it worked out okay. Thank the Lord. I really hope I marry someone that makes a lot of money, because I really want kids, but I don't want kids in like a shack. So, and everything's expensive. So, next question. When was the last time you felt you had a new lease on life? I don't know what that means, but probably this like recently, because now I changed what I want to do with my life, which is I really would. So now that I don't want to be a comedian in that sense of like ultra fame, and I just kind of want to, if I can get into that industry, that's cool, but I don't really care because I don't get that same feeling from it anymore. Because I feel like I'm not a slave to that desire anymore, and so that would be a new lease on life. I don't know. I guess that would be it. Because now I can live the way that I want to more. And I can say my opinions and not feel like everybody's going to harass me about it, because I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that disagree and don't know how to kindly debate because they don't actually think through their choices of what they're choosing to believe. I think if people just thought a little bit more, then this world would be a better place, because people know how to discuss instead of scream, throw tantrums, because they don't actually understand what they believe. Does technology... Oh, sorry, this next question. Does technology simplify life or make it more complicated? A little bit of both. It depends on what you use it for. If you use it properly, which for me properly would be you use it to look up things when you don't know, you use it to waste time when there's time to be wasted, keyword time to be wasted, then it can simplify it. It makes it more complicated when you need to do something and you got that phone there and you're like, I could watch like 6 hours of Netflix. That wouldn't hurt my relationship with my mother at all. And then your mother comes in screaming at you because you watch TV for 6 hours and you're supposed to do very important things. Then that makes it more complicated. But I think that's more of an issue of self-control. So technology, if you have the self-control, is very beneficial. Otherwise, not so much. What time am I at? 15 minutes? Okay. Strangest phone conversation I've ever had. I don't know. I prank called people when I was younger. Oh man, I never did this, but there was a clock store, and I wanted to call them every day and ask what time it is. And eventually, I would ask, "Why do you keep calling and asking what time it is?" And so I had a lot of clocks in there. I didn't know if mine was right, and you had enough to where you could corroborate or something. I don't know. That was really dumb. All right, now I'm going to go to U.S. map and point at a random place and read the news articles. Okay, it's like by Chicago in Indiana. So let's see what's over there. I pointed a map and then I open up Google Maps when I do this because I'm kind of an idiot. And then I have to zoom out of my location, which is in Texas, and zoom in on the place that is proper. Okay. Yeah, I live kind of close to Louisiana. And I really want to go there just for food. Okay. Let's see. Biggest city in the area. Gary, Indiana. It's a suburb of Chicago. I'm going to get a lot of Chicago stuff. So I'm going to go to this area that's South Bend, Indiana. Which I've heard that name before, but maybe it's because I'm from that region. Indiana news. Okay, let's find out what's going on in South Bend, Indiana. Okay. Oh, I think they have their own news place? Maybe? I don't know. Postponed Olympics, BMX rider. It's female. Okay. This is not really what I was looking for. Man, Tokyo 2020 Olympics coming up next week. Isn't that crazy? Okay. What? I don't know what. Okay, I'm just going to use this site. Poll. On this National Cherry Day, what's your favorite cherry dessert? Cherry cobbler, chocolate covered cherries, cherry pie, cherry cheesecake. For me, it's cherry cheesecake. Let's see what the results are. Please wait while form submits. Well, cheesecake is 44%, pie is 31%, cobbler is 13%, and chocolate covered is 10%. So that South Bend, Indiana knows what's up. They know what's up. They know what's up. All right. News. Local weekend in downtown St. Joe, which is in Michigan. Okay. Well, this is regional news. So this isn't really what I wanted. Local high school teacher donates kidney to person in need. Okay. This is in... Well, I'm going to just say this is near enough. Okay, Niles, Michigan. How close is that to South Bend? There's a video. How close is that to South Bend? South Bend, Indiana is... Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to hit the pause button. Well... Oh, okay, that's all really close. It's like on the border of Michigan, so it's kind of like, it was like a mile north to be in Michigan. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's all close enough. So this is Indiana, Michigan city. They have the Potawatomi Zoo. They have Four Winds Casino, South Bend. South Bend Museum of Art, Studebaker National Museum, Morris Park Country Club, an airport. Wow. Raising Cane's, Chicken Fingers, Martin Supermarket. So Michigan and Indiana are right by each other. Niles is like a tiny bit north. It's like smaller. So I'm happy with this article. So in Niles, Michigan, high school science teacher Elizabeth Gunn learned that a close friend was experiencing kidney failure. Okay. I thought she was going to donate to a student or something, but it's just some person donating a kidney to a friend. Great. I might make the news. I'm trying to run a marathon, and if I do it, I might be able to get an Austin newspaper. Gunn says she feels some nerves headed into the transplant surgery. Well, I would too if someone's going to cut me open and take out an organ to give to one of my friends. So that's pretty normal. Okay, and she's scheduled to undergo the surgery next Tuesday. Well, that's a nice little story. South Bend. You go to South Bend, your friends will give you kidneys. Okay. South Bend Trader Joe's expected to open this fall. Fun fact, Trader Joe's in where I lived in Washington was right by the Canadian border, and Canadians would go down there to go to Trader Joe's, and when they stopped coming, they let off half their staff because that's how much business they lost. Celebrating National Cherry Day. That sounds nice. That's yesterday, I think, or maybe it's tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's the day to indulge in all things cherry because yesterday, July 16th, is National Cherry Day. Layman's Orchards in Niles has you covered with all things cherry. Cherry wine, cherry jam, and even cherry salsa, and frozen cherries for baking. The weather was bad, so they closed The pick your own cherries. This is a very nice area. You know, I wouldn't mind living in South Bend, Indiana. So far, so good. Good job, South Bend. Let me look for the murder rate. Silver alert. Missing dire man. It's a mugshot, but the guy's just missing. Okay. I'm looking for anything bad. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's Fort Wayne, Indiana. How far is Fort Wayne? So, I guess this is a pretty big story. Fort Wayne is about 30 miles, 40 miles away. Elkhart man pleads guilty in Fort Wayne death dismemberment case. And that's in Fort Worth, so it's in a bigger area. But it's far enough away where I'm not concerned. I don't think this guy is chopping up people from South Bend, Indiana. Okay? Well, try and find some other criminal news. Student learns how to run a business for Lemonade Day. They were pretty good at writing very happy stories. This is the opposite of Sebring, Florida. Sebring, Florida was trash. This place is like heaven on earth unless you go down to Fort Wayne. Notre Dame gives a statement on future of Chick-fil-A on campus. Who cares? Friggin' politics is stupid. College students are so dumb. Michigan City police investigating pair of shootings. That's in Michigan, not even South Bend. Okay. Oh no, they do have crime. Oh gosh, this is South Bend woman pleads guilty to obstruction of mail. I'm gonna read the whole article. Okay, I have to. I mean, this is tragic. A South Bend woman is pleading guilty to obstruction of mail. Robin Weldy was a postal carrier in spring of 2019. Weldy says that during her route in the Northern District of Indiana, she knowingly and willfully tossed mail in the garbage dumpster. She said she did this because she was behind in her deliveries and wanted to dispose of the mail rather than deliver it. Sentencing is set for September 22nd. You stupid. This is not like that bad of a crime. I mean, it's bad, but it's not like, I mean, everybody's alive. They're okay. I mean, it probably got some people out of bills because now they can call and say, oh, actually, my mailwoman threw those away. So, and now they don't have to pay them until a while. Oh. So this is kind of close to Lake Michigan, too. Unidentified body pulled out of Lake Michigan. Disgusting. Judge throws out family suit against Royal Caribbean. Okay. Yeah, there's really not, like, in South Bend, there's really not a lot of crime. So, that's pretty interesting. Oh, okay, specifically crime news. I can go there. Oh, no, there's a shooting in St. Joseph County. There's a shooting. Let's see where that shooting was. That sucks. Oh, the shooting was in South Bend. Oh, okay. It was on April 3rd, but there was only one death. Oh, it's not even like a shooting like you would think a shooting would be. It happened on the night of April 3rd. The prosecutor's office has ruled that the shooting death of this guy is justifiable homicide. And so no criminal charges will be filed in connection with his death. Okay, so it must have been a guy just being an idiot, I guess. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there, but there's child sex crimes. There's always those. I'm not stupid. Heritage Square mass shooting investigation. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Okay, so there were a couple shootings. All right, well, okay. It's all shootings. That one was a bad shooting. Elkhart hit and run. Victim killed 2 days before 19th birthday. That sucks. But it's Elkhart, so who cares? Just kidding. Okay, so not a ton of crime. There's some, but it's not as bad as Sebring, where everything was crime. Community news. And I'll wrap this up here shortly because I have to go. Wednesday's Child. Peyton's next move. That's the name of the article. I don't know what it means, and everything just scrolled down a mile. Foster kids are hoping to find parents who will adopt them. Okay, I could adopt a foster kid someday. Sinkhole filled at South Bend apartment homes. Wednesday's Child. Kevin wants a fun family. Oh, so these are children every week that really want to live in a family. Okay. Okay. Well, that wraps up this episode of the Ape Saturday podcast. South Bend, Indiana seems like a very nice place to live. In conclusion, good night.